All right, Reaper team, what's going on, guys? Thanks so much for joining back in. I really appreciate it. Today's just going to be a different video. Just going to give you a quick update on how the big boat's doing, the 43 Ocean, and how Chris is doing, kind of like our early season manifesto here. So it's April 12th. I am on the boat, but unfortunately we're sitting here at the boatyard instead of the marina where we should be. If Knucklehead Chris had gone ahead and listened to Zach, we'd be in the water all ready to go. So we're really not missing all that much. A couple boats did go way up in the Hudson earlier, actually late March, early April, and caught some bluefin. So kudos to you guys. That's so impressive. That's some of the earliest tuna fishing I've ever heard of out of New Jersey. I'm not going nuts to beat myself up over missing that. It's really more important that we get this guy ready to roll for mid-May, late May, and then for the season. So not missing too much there. We'll go over why there was a delay. But coming in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to go ahead. We had a really great trip. First, I'm going to go over my very first successful winter flounder trip, where I actually catch one, not just Zach. So stand by for that. And then we had a really good trip up the Malka again. We had some really neat aerial footage. And then Zach, I, and Josh got out on his Yo-Jar, and we had a really great tog video. So check that out as well. And then from here on out, guys, I'm just going to be churning out videos because the fishing season is upon us. So guys, this video is going to be a little bit scatterbrained. We're going to go in the past and the future, all over the place. So this was back in February 15th with high hopes of getting all our work done and being in early. Check it out. All right, team, so February 15th, and check it out. We got a brand new flat screen TV. So what Zach and I are now working on, well, what he's really working on, I'm just kind of standing by assisting. So we're running this cable, HDMI cable. We drilled a hole next to this AC vent, and we're actually going to hook this HDMI cable up to, we're going to hook it up to the Simrad units up there. So we'll actually be able to be down here, watch a movie, and just click a button and be able to look at the radar, the fish finder, all of that stuff. Or if I'm out back, chunking, I can literally look inside the salon and see if we're marking and not have to go back and forth. Or at night, I can literally just look at the radar from the cockpit as I'm fishing. So super exciting. Now this wire will be held or shielded rather by this valance. So this is this right there. So you won't see any of it. So super cool. And then we're just going to kind of fish it behind that other valance there. And let's see if it works, baby. Winter projects, pretty cool. You can see the boat's a mess. We were down in the engine room playing around earlier. So yeah, you got to put the time in. So when the season's ready, you're good to go. Careful now. What do we got? Flat screen TVs laying everywhere. Jeez. Dude, on some of the newer ones, Zach, if you have satellite TV, you can get it to play on your fish finder unit.
Yeah.
I can just imagine driving back from the canyons, watching the Giants game. Probably accidentally hit the transmissions or something like that. That'd be bad.
Nothing's on.
You do the honors. Let's see. Baby.
Yes.
How cool is that, team? So we can watch our progress on our way out to the grounds. The guys can be down here and be like, oh, we got 70 more miles to go. Yeah, then once we're hooked up, you can see I'll be able to just mark fish down here. Yes. Yes. And now back to present time. So the big delay, so I showed you walking up, we got the Seablaze X2s on the side. All right, team, so here's the Seablaze X2 that I installed myself from Lumitech. So I hear real good things. So what we're gonna do is have them going out the side, and those are full spectrum. So once Zach and I get them wired, we'll be able to use the toggle switch, and you basically can just toggle through any color spectrum that you want. So blue, green, white, hell, purple, pink, whatever we want. So different colors attract bait better. I've been kind of reading green does really well. And the only other option that they make, it's just blue and white. So I really wanted the capability to be able to get green. And, once we got the girls at the boat and all that, it'll be fun to, light it up pink or purple, whatever, I do have a wife and all, So to install them, all you really have to do is literally drill like a 1/4 inch pilot hole for the wiring, and then drill 3 pilot holes for 3 screws. That's it. I had one kink on this side. I stripped out a screw, or I broke the screw rather. Aside from that, they went in about 5 minutes apiece. A little bit of 4200, you're good to go. Now, so those were easy. Did them myself. We still have to wire them. We could do that once we get back in the water, or in the next week or two. But in the back, so big, they had these big through through-hole, bronze through-hole underwater lights. They're probably like the earliest generation you could possibly get. They're AC powered, and it's this tiny, stupid little light bulb. Both of them were shot, and I really just wanted to replace them. Now, I very easily, at Zach's recommendation, could have just left that through-hole there, and literally right next to them, drilled the 1/4-inch pilot hole, and then 3 pilot holes for the screws, put the Seablaze X2s in there, and we'd be done. Something in this stupid little brain said, I don't like the fact that we have a hole in the boat and a bronze through hole that does nothing, and it bothered me. So I decided to remove them and then buy more expensive Seablaze Typhoons through holes, underwater lights that you'll see, and install them on the side. So we're gonna have 4 brand new underwater lights and a couple more surprises. So let's see. Let's see what we got here, guys. So again, Defender Marine. I've had them for a while now. I just hadn't got them. I haven't even opened them. Zach keeps bothering me. How many lights you got in yet? None. I'm a busy guy. All right, yeah. So the Lumitech Seablaze Typhoon. Woo! 10,000 lumens. So there you go, guys. That's the monster there. I don't see the screw plate. Oh, there it is. So there's the light, and then there's the backing plate, and I guess the screw in. So we'll go ahead and again tackle bringing out the old ones and hopefully get these installed today. All right, so we got 2 of those. So those are the through holes. And so here's the Lumitech Seablaze X2. And again, so these are going to be the ones that go out the side. All right, team, wish me luck. I think it's going to be the hardest part's actually going to be getting the old ones out. So cross our fingers. Now, that started the fiasco. It took me 1 whole day just to get the starboard one out, okay? I had to go buy more tools. I always say, you know, the big cliche is if you have the right tools, the job goes easier. I didn't have the right tools. It literally took me all freaking day going back to Ace Hardware, to Home Depot. Finally got the right tools. I had to cut the darn thing. The collar on the back was sealed. I'll show you some of that footage.
Going in anytime soon?
Hopefully early April. You know, the earlier the better. Got some projects I got to get done first, though. Alright, so this looks like this is bronze. And then it's got some sealing around it. So it's going to be a bear to get out. We shall see. Alright, guys, so down in the bilge here, there's the inside of it. So it looks like it's pretty well encased on the inside with sealant, probably 42 or 5200. So I'll have to remove that ground right there and then take out, looks like just those Allen screws. Hopefully they're not stripped. I took off all the sealant on the outside and all the caked up bottom paint. So hopefully we just take out those Allen screws and apply a little Brutane. It'll come out. There's the other side there. And then what it does, it comes up to that big bulky control unit. So we'll be able to, so you can see it's wired right to there, so we'll be able to get rid of that hopefully. But yeah, it's going to be a pain in my rear end, that's for sure. So we will see. Look at all the fish scales. For the most part, these are actually kind of loose, actually. Just awkward. I'm all sorts of curled up here. I don't know if you can see that, but hey, that's the name of the game when it comes to boats, right? I think this is going to be a matter of mostly just getting the sealant unseated. That's what I think. All the Allen bolts are out, so now basically what I'm going to do is just work on just getting all this old sealant off of there. See if I can't get this sucker loose. Here it comes. It's just going to be a bear getting this thing out, I think, guys. This ain't going to want to come out. It's been in there for God knows how many years. I am so contorted in this little space too. Alright. You don't want to damage the fiberglass, you know? But you also gotta get that stuff out. So this is a pain. So this collar right here screws on top of that. But they actually glassed over top of it. So I'm gonna have to really loosen that up inside under there without damaging the fiberglass. And then like I just got a real good grip on this to spin, but the whole thing spun. So I may need to heat it up. You know, it's probably been in there 10 years. I may need to use a torch to heat that thing up. So I'm gonna keep plowing away, getting some of this excess sealant up in here off, and then see if I can't get another grab and just get it to spin. I feel like once I get this to spin off, then we should be able to just pop this right out. See, irregardless, it's pretty fun. I super pumped. So finally got this thing spinning. So what I did was I just put a screwdriver right in the holes where the bolts were, banging the other side with a hammer. It's giving me enough torque to spin it. So let's get these bad boys out of here. Yeah, baby, she's a spinning. She's a spinning. Super pumped. All right, team, I don't know if you were able to see, but we finally made some progress here. It's been a long, long time. So this is the back. So this back plate, well, this back, whatever the hell you call it, goes on there, okay? And that prevents this backing plate. So this goes there, backing plate, and that prevents everything from sliding out. This was fused, okay? This was fused. All right, guys, pretty sure I finally got it. Oh, yeah. Come on, baby, get off there. I had to cut a little Uzi washer in it. What a mess. What an absolute not fun time that was, team. Absolute not fun time. So not super pumped on that. Kind of fun, though, I guess. All right, here she comes. All right, now. Yes! 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 Ah, that was not fun. It took me one whole day to do the starboard. The port came out much easier. Once I had the tools, it took me about an hour. But now we have holes literally in the back of the boat, like 3 inches big, all right? So the Typhoons that I showed you earlier, the through-hole ones, they don't fit. There's literally like a 1/16 of an inch on the outside of it until you get to fiberglass, so no good. So I called Lumitech, and they make a flush mount, and that's a lot wider. So I'm praying to God that that fits. Problem is, as far back as this Friday, they won't have them for 2 weeks. They won't have them in stock. So I already paid for them. Once they're there, they're going to drop ship them to us, and I'm hoping that it just takes a couple hours for me to get them in, and then we'll be good to go. Again, 2 new air conditioning units. We're going to get new rug. Zach fixed the spotlight upstairs. We got the new TV that I showed you in that video. What else? Zach got a new live well lid. I know I'm missing some things. Some odds and ends in the engine room. Nothing major mechanical this off season. So pretty soon we'll be ready to roll, and we'll be doing some drum fishing hopefully, and then sea bassing, and then tuna fishing when we see good water. So that's the update on the big boat. Jackie was right. Should have listened to him. What a moron. Something about those big bronze through holes doing nothing just bothered me. I don't know. Irrational thought, rational. Let me know in the comments below. I don't know, guys. I'm a knucklehead. All right, guys. So now just on to a real quick Chris update, right? So if you follow the channel, you saw just about a year ago, I kind of did like a midlife crisis review on just really how my life's been going. And I was really doing really good for a while there. I got back in shape. I had a great trip to Costa Rica. I was surfing awesome. I was surfing all the time. And then just a fluke accident. I was at the South Jetty here in Brigantine checking the waves. I literally jumped off the back of my giant truck, and I just tweaked my ankle. I didn't think anything of it. I was like, oh, that's weird. I kind of like felt a pop. And then I was walking just to go see what the ocean conditions looked like, and I started limping. I still didn't think anything of it. And then the next day I literally woke up for work, and by the end of that shift, that 12-hour shift, I couldn't put any weight on my leg, and by that evening I was literally writhing around in pain, and by the next day I literally couldn't get out of bed. I had to crawl down the steps. So the moral of the story is I'm pretty confident I partially tore my Achilles, or this little accessory muscle that kind of assists the Achilles in the function of what it does. So I literally couldn't walk for about 2 weeks, and then in and of that I couldn't come up on my toe. So I really couldn't exercise, I couldn't surf, and I didn't surf for a year. I literally just finally surfed a couple of days ago, guys. So really neat. I stand-up paddleboarded from my house all the way over to the inlet, which is pretty far. I caught a couple waves sup style, and then I put the paddle on the beach, and I caught a couple waves just regular. It was ugly. The waves were like a foot high, but I don't care. It was surfing, and I'm so pumped about it. And I'm ready to get back out there, and I'm ready to start exercising again. The other thing is I also in that video talked about, you know, my fear of mortality and death, and I'm not helping myself out. My cholesterol came back. I got it done last week, and it was right after an Easter dinner. I probably should have waited a little bit, but guys, it was like dangerously high. I mean dangerous. So I literally just started a new diet. I'm on day 5 or 6. I'm on day 6 actually, and it's gonna be really neat. I'll try and share some of my meals with you on my Instagram account maybe, but I'm basically just gonna do vegetables and fruits only, maybe some nuts, and if I don't kill it with these meat paws, I'm not eating it, right? So it's gonna be fish, clams, crabs, and that's it. So I had tog and vegetables, and that's it. That's all I've been eating. So no chicken, no beef, no nothing. And I'm gonna get back on the exercise kick, but I may need to go on medicine, and I really don't want to, but it is what it is, right? I gotta protect myself. Yeah, team, so just getting around to editing this video later in the day. Forgot to mention the blue call crabs here in New Jersey. The first couple rounds of swimmers are gonna be coming through any day now. I know a good amount are being caught and sold already. I don't think they're being dredged, so they're what we call our swimmers. Mostly females and smaller males, but this time of year they're usually pretty darn full of meat. So later this month, when that water temp gets up there, I'm gonna start crabbing. I'll take you guys along with it. And yes, I know that the stripers are going nuts in the Raritan Bay. I know. I honestly, I don't have any interest in it. It's far for me. I'd have to either go with another boat, or Zach and I would have to trailer his boat way up there. But not only that, those are pre-spawn females. They're full of eggs, and the boys that are there are looking to get down with her and make a whole bunch of more stripers. And I got no interest in it. If I ever did go up there, it would be strict catch and release. But when I was in school and I couldn't get down to the beach, I used to go to the Delaware River, and I would get these big, beautiful pre-spawn females. I mean, 30 to 50 pounders, no joke. And after a while, once I got that fishery mastered, I was like, what am I doing? Even though it was circle hooks and release only, I was like, man, you got to be stressing these fish out. And I stopped, and I really don't have much of an interest to do it, to drive up there to do it. I want those fish to go ahead and spawn. Now post-spawn, that's a different story. We'll get them. So that's it on the food front. It's really going to be more shellfish, tog, and maybe another winter flounder. Who knows? So of course this week I'm off for a bunch of days. It's nasty outside. It's blowing. It's raining. It's cold. Last week I worked a whole bunch, and of course it was beautiful every day. Luckily I was able to switch a shift, so thanks so much, Paul. And we went out togging that one day. But hopefully if this weather improves this week, we're going to go maybe do some striped bass fishing. Mostly looking for shorties. Hopefully maybe get out to the tog grounds. Probably not. But at a minimum, I'm going to take my little boat. I found a nice little flat that's full of clams, chowder clams. So I'm going to harvest some chowder clams. I'm going to make you guys some Manhattan clam chowder because that's the healthier one. So that'll be really cool. But yeah, guys, I'm back. I'm going to lose some weight. I'm going to do that new diet for actually 30 days and just see. Zach and I have a race to 165 pounds. And my whole life up until about 3.5 years ago, as an adult, I was a $155, $160. And he's got probably 160 pounds just in his legs. So hopefully I win. Let's see. I don't know, but he's a pretty motivated dude. And as I age, I'm not as motivated anymore. But keep cheering me on, guys. So yeah, as always, hit that like button, subscribe, ding that silly bell so you get notifications. I love all y'all. I can't thank you enough for watching. And more fishing coming. And check out those other videos I mentioned. And then once we get these lights in, I'll show you how that goes. And we'll get her in the water. I'm going to do a full tour of the boat once we get her in the water. We're going to do a neat aerial running footage video. I'll go through basically everything. I've been meaning to do it. We just always get tied up. So yeah, guys, I'll see you. And Chris signing out. Thanks again. Bye.